pups, Renard here. This video, I'm going to be building a 2-bedroom old-style home in the Pets expansion world in Sims 4, because I love the comfy cottage vibes there. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and remember to like, subscribe, and check out my Ko-fi down below. I started out this build trying to figure out what it is that I wanted to do, because I wanted something to match the general scenery in the area, but I still wanted it to look really pretty and unique. So I definitely took a lot of inspiration from how little Simsy makes her builds, because I wanted it to not be blocky, and I really love the style, how she manages to pull that off. Fortunately, I don't think I'm very good at it yet, because I just couldn't. I had a lot of trouble with this roof here, especially. Just trying to get it to look right and look nice. But it eventually gets there. Eventually find out how to get the layers correct to mesh seamlessly. But I ended up deciding to flip the house in general. I could have just flipped the whole thing, to be honest. I just made it harder for myself. But I wanted the front to look kind of like this, have a second story area, and then have the back story have the like window things. And I think the general shape of the house stays like this for the rest of the video. It's just some minor adjustments, like having these little block things? I don't know what you call them. They're like little bay window things, but overly complicated. And I just didn't know how to quite make it look right. Everything like takes inspiration from how Little Simsy makes videos, but I just couldn't do it exactly as she would. I just spent so much of the first part of this video just trying to figure that out. Like, how do I organize this? How do I make this look nice? Decided just to move that tree out of the way. I was gonna have the door on the side, but eventually just put it on the front. It looks better. Big open area. Move the trees around. Here I was thinking about having a little balcony, like backstory balcony that leads out to the rest. Overlooks the backyard. I really hate that you can't put the pillars right up against roofs. So I keep trying over and over to do that when I'm building, and it just never works. I don't understand it. So those pillars don't match the fences. But it's from the same pack, and it's so bad that they don't match. It's so annoying. Here, I'm just trying to find doors that would look nice. Make sure it matches the front color of the front door. Yeah, just in the roof, trying to figure out if that's really what I want, because it doesn't look that great. Then here, I'm still going through the windows trying to figure them out. Because it's really all just the exterior of the house now. I haven't really been doing a lot of work on the interior, so the windows, I'm trying to figure out which ones I want. I end up changing them later anyways, because I changed the interior of the house and the windows didn't fit. Another reason I hate the apartments, though. The apartments, the windows are always stuck there, so you're kind of stuck. But it's its own kind of challenge. I'm sorry if you keep seeing the camera wiggle. I fight with it a lot in this video. Just constantly trying to get it to work properly. Yeah, here we go. Then I decided that the front's too flat, so I'm trying to figure out how to make it look nicer. Then I end up hating the back. I don't know how to delete whole rooms, so it's just slowly deleting everything. Oh yeah, I love what I decided to do here. Yeah, but then I decided to try and put a balcony on the front. And the balcony does stay, though it does get a lot of different versions as I'm trying to figure out how to make it function. Because the roof there keeps messing me up. It keeps being really hard to figure out. And there you're deleting that room. I love that I made the bottom floor the extra high walls. It just feels like it matches the aesthetic of the house a lot better. Oh yeah. This design for the house ends up sticking. This is the one I decide on. For the balcony at least. It might get, I think it does get a tiny edit later on the video of them adding furniture, I think. But at the moment I'm trying to fight with the walls. Because the walls, I'm fighting with the roofs. I can't figure out what kind of roof I want to do. When I raised up on a foundation so I can have a little porch and back porch, it looks so pretty. Here I'm trying to figure out the stairs. Because I don't think any of the stairs in The Sims 4 really look good. None of them quite match what I was trying to go for. And the woods rarely match other woods. It's so annoying to try and get like a deck color for the ground, as well as like because matching wood colors is so annoying. They use so many different wood colors and none of them match the stairs. Those there for a little bit, but I think I eventually got rid of them. I'm gonna take a moment to contemplate it. And now I'm realizing I'm gonna start add a few doors, and that door wasn't really working for me. I wish these doors were a little bit higher, because they're a little bit small. Not quite reaching to the top, but they're not small enough to fit on the shorter story of the building. So it can be a little bit awkward. Here we go. Added railings. And this looks so pretty. It really does look like a country house. Like some rich folks who own a lot of lands, but they don't really work on the land anymore. The inside of the house. Doors in the pets pack aren't always the nicest. They don't really blend very well sometimes. It's hard to find the good one. Honestly, I wish they had horses still. I love horses. Maybe I should do a video where I make Renard in The Sims. Either as the Sims 4 mod, or, well, Sims 4 mod for the furry mod, or just make him a pet. Here for a while, I've been trying to figure out how to put the stairs up because I built the foundation without really considering the stairs and how they would combine, which is, that was my fault. I should have thought about it a bit more. Yeah, the two layers, it didn't work. It just wasn't working. So I think I eventually just shrink it down to a single. Yeah, I just shrink it down to a single thing, and then it fit perfectly. And that's how I really liked it. Here, I'm just trying to figure out, because it feels a little bit claustrophobic sometimes. So I'm trying to make it a little bit open, but not all the way. Yeah, these windows keep bothering me throughout the video. I'm gonna keep editing them. And now I'm here to try and figure out the different kinds of rooms I want to make. So right there will be the future kitchen, and I decided I need to have a bathroom on the first floor. An extra room, and then I eventually add in the dining room. But first it's just trying to fight with all these overhang things. Overhang things? I don't know what to call them. Arches. But yeah, that's the dining room now, and that's just the extra room. I thought out the pet door, but the pet door just didn't fit the build, so I didn't bother with it. There's so many cute doors. I wish those character doors came in like a cute brown colors. I think it would have been so cute, and it's such a missed opportunity to have a cute little, like a brown door that a kid colored on. So you don't always give a kid a white door. And now, just adding some more windows to the top floor here. I keep messing with the roof as well. I just mess with everything constantly. I still wasn't happy with that part, and I don't think I'll ever be happy with it. Because the way The Sims 4 works, I can't have... It just didn't get the effect I wanted. So I eventually just decided to give up and just let it be. I really wanted to have some of the roof on it, but I didn't want to cut off that space because I wanted to keep that space for the inside. I love the shape I made here. It looks so interesting. Now I'm trying to figure out how I want the rooms to be, because I made this area 2 bedrooms. See, I started out with that, just kind of splitting the rooms up a little bit. So now there's 2 bedrooms there. And you mess with the stairs a little bit, but decided just to leave it as is. Eventually they just close it off and say, like, fuck it. Oh, I don't know what I did there, to be honest. Yeah, I got rid of those. You have to try and... It's really hard. Getting things to look nice takes a lot of, like, work. And it was just hard to balance it all. Oh, and I love the choice for that. I'm like actually starting to take note of where things were in the building to add windows instead of just adding them on the outside. Fixing all those windows, and cue out some stuff. Here we are, finally realizing I should probably add some lights on the inside, because the lights are a little bit important. Could take a moment to think about it. I think a lot. Yeah, I wanted to use a lot of items from the Pets pack, especially to match the general area. And decided to add some porch lights. The kids light here looks really good as a porch light once you shrink it. Because porch lights always have that really weird color to them because they're made of stuff that's gonna last. I also hate how stairwells light up. It's just so bad. I hate that orange wood. I hate the stairs. I end up replacing the stairs later. I don't remember what I did with the kitchen in here. Yeah, I just wasn't satisfied with the wood, so I keep trying to change it constantly. Even later in the video, I changed it again. The inside looks really nice though, I kinda like it. And then I start actually adding the doors to the bedrooms. I'm so upset the rainbow door doesn't come in a brown color as well. It's so annoying. Wallpapers are also kind of tricky to find, because I can never find one I quite like. In Sims 3, I would always change the color of it using the Create a tool. Create a style? Yeah. I always change it with Create a style, but you can't really do that in The Sims 4. But But I eventually settled on this. It looks like a really like an old wooden house. It looks so pretty. Just like a black trim around it. And I got rid of the stairs and replaced them. Those stairs look so much better. And yeah, this just looks nicer. Yeah, I started changing a few of the windows on the inside to try and match what would actually be found in those rooms. And here's the balcony I finally liked. Now it's wallpaper time. I decided to do like more classical wallpapers with like the borders along the bottom. Because this is an older house that's been renovated over time, but they still kept the wallpapers intact and repaired. Of course, the kitchen and the bathroom have definitely been modernized the most out of the rest of the house. And here I decided the second floor needs to have the main bathroom. Because there's nothing worse than trying to wake up at night to use the bathroom, and it's like, if it's on the first floor, that's so annoying. I would hate to go up and down stairs constantly. Yeah, the wallpaper there, I actually really like these wallpapers. Make sure to save your work. Here, always check your walls by where ceilings connect directly. I'm trying to find out one for this room because I don't want them all to have the same wallpaper. Then I go and change the other room to have the same wallpaper but different color. It just looks nice. If it looks nice, it looks nice. The roofs in this game are also really bad. It's hard to find a good one. Just constantly messing with them to try and find one that actually works. Is this the one I finally settled on? I don't know what I was doing here. I know the pets had like these weird shingle walls. And I decided to look at them. Did I change the Dex one last time? Yeah, I did. This house has a lot of like earthy tones, like really darker colors, but it's highlighted by these brighter ones, and it looks so pretty. The kitchen, even though it has a big space to walk around, it is a little bit small. But I decided to add 2 stoves by the window, because like in a richer house you see those really long stoves, the bigger ones. So I decided I want that for my little cottage house here. And honestly, these are this exact same color, but the lighting messes with them. I hate it. There's a dishwasher, a microwave. I looked at the exhaust things, but I didn't really like them. I added a trash and a bin outside. And I added a little pet bowls, because I decided whoever lives in this house, they're living in this neighborhood, they're gonna have a few pets. So I made this house for 2 dogs and a cat. It's a really generic setup. I decided to add some cabinets here. The dishwasher confused me there for a second, so I used the wrong one at first, but I quickly changed. It looks so nice. It just feels so cozy. I would love to have a house like this. Definitely a lot smaller. But I love houses like these. It would be a dream come true to live in one. I added a little white trim around it. I added white trim around the roof as well. I wish they had more benches. I don't like any of the benches in game, but I wanted to have a wooden one out front. Cause like if it's a nice day, you don't want to be in the sun. You just go outdoors and you sit on a bench. Here I start decorating all the bedrooms. Yeah, I want them to have like slightly identical furniture. Like the beds are the same and some of the furniture items are, but not exactly. Like it's two different people, but they definitely have a similar taste. So we're just going through stuff, trying to find a space to put it. Yeah. That dresser I do eventually change with this other one right here. So it just looks a little bit nicer. It matches the aesthetics better. This person's a little bit more modern. So they have a more modern setup. And the second floor all has curtains. The bottom floor doesn't. It's just hard to make curtains look good, but in your bedrooms and stuff, you might want it. Added a little mirror in here as well. And yeah. It's really just some general decorations, adding some nightstands. I just decided to add a desk in this room because it's the master bedroom. So like maybe they do some work from home stuff sometimes. I added to add a bookshelf to the little nook area. And the other person has a little bookshelf as well, so they definitely big readers because it didn't add any TVs to this place. So unless the other person borrows the computer, they're probably going to be focusing on the books. And here I do some major improvements to the bathroom. I really wanted this this tub, because if you're gonna have a dog, you have to be able to wash it. I don't understand why you can't put a dog in a shower. I wash my dogs in the shower. They go in, you get the hose. I guess if you have a larger dog, it makes sense, but smaller dogs, why not? They don't know the difference. They don't always want their paws to be wet or to be half submerged in water. And right here are the little chairs. I had to add a chest set outside because it just matches. It works. And this is the dining room. It was a little bit small for the table I chose, to be honest. Like, this house in general is made for 4 Sims at max, if they share the rooms. But I decided to add 2 extra chairs just in case. Like, maybe you have a guest or 2 over. And I was just going through the decorations trying to find ones I liked. And I decided to add a little menorah there. I love adding the menorahs. No, it's only taken out during holidays, but like I can't control when the holidays are. I don't have the Seasons expansion pack, I think it is. So I don't really care. I just keep it out. The Sims, they just come over to the other Sims houses during the holidays and pretend. Oh, here's an important thing. I'm trying to add a small little book nook here. So I added a little bookshelf. I'll add a tiny little chair later. Yeah, I was considering making like a children's room down here. But then I realized, why would a children's room be right next to the front door? That's really bad. So I decided to just make it a big pet room. So why not? I'm gonna have 2 dogs and a cat, and there's no pet furniture anywhere else. So I just make a big pet room, keep everything organized in the same room. I won't have any issues. Yeah, if you have 2 dogs and a cat and you want to keep them out of trouble during the night, you lock them in the room. And in the morning, you let them out. And here, I shrunk it down because it's not going to have a bathroom downstairs. So it doesn't really need all that space. And then on the side, there's a lot of empty space. So I just filled it up with some rugs and decorated a little bit. I love adding rugs to the bathroom as well, because, like, yeah, when you get off the toilet or you get off the, well, when you're washing your hands, you can get water on the floor when you get out of the shower. And sometimes the tile can be really cold at night when you're, like, going to use the restroom. Just having the carpet there is better. Yeah, I think this is the final stretch of this. Just adding a little table there, well, adding some chairs there. And I start trying to check over everything, making sure I have everything I want. So I'd add a little couch there. That's the vibe. Those windows also keep popping off. And I start trying to figure out what to put on these empty walls, because there's some walls that are just barren that you can see at the half view, which I think a lot of people play in. So I start adding some stuff to the walls that would be really obvious that you can see. And yeah, eventually I just finish up and start adding some outdoor furniture. Like I have the little pot maker there so you can farm flowers, make little bundles. And a little grill and even an outdoor seating table in case you want to have a party outside. Not a lot of room in the yard because the house is so big on the small lot. The front yard is pretty big. I never know how to do landscaping very well, so this part, the last part here, is going to be really ugly and scary. It's not the prettiest, but I tried really hard. Lil Simsy is so much better at landscaping, but I also don't use the move objects. So, and she says that's probably what, well, she said that was what makes it look so good. You can't have landscaping without it. But I tried. Honestly, I just used a bunch of lavenders. I love the lavenders. Maybe not necessarily in this game, but in real life, it's my favorite flower. And yeah, this is my cute little build. I added some little patches of flowers in the yard. But overall, that's it. But yeah, pups, I hope you enjoyed the Sims 4 building video. This 2-bedroom house was so fun to build. Make sure to check out my other videos, and have fun, Fox Pups. Bye bye!